My mother did the bookkeeping until she was in her 90s.
Wow.
And she was a store greeter.
Ah, okay.
And she had a very good memory for dates.
Firewood.
A lot of
There was
firewood.
a lot of firewood.
Yeah.
And then at a later point, the two brothers, Bob and George, basically started a masonry business that was an offshoot of the store. So for quite a bit of time, in that period of time, it was mainly my dad running the store, and my mother, part of that time, was doing bookkeeping and helping in the store. Pardon me, helping in the store, and of course they started a few little additional employees, and some of them were members of the family. I think Steve would be one of them, and then Steve had some cousins, and even a cousin from San Diego, Harold Cranston, even worked there for a while. In my teenagers, I did a lot of delivering of products to other people's houses and things like that, and I did a lot of work in the where the firewood was kept. I was kind of the main person doing that for quite a while. And then also helped some as a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old person helping my brothers with their masonry work. But then eventually I went to college, and then I went into education, learned Spanish, and then became a Spanish teacher, and then eventually taught English as a second language to mainly Spanish-speaking people. I remember that because there were trucks that would come down from Los Angeles, trucks that had steel rods and things like that, and fertilizer, because my dad sold a lot of fertilizer.
Oh, a lot.
And he also sold hay, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So I had a section where there was hay. So truck bringing hay would have to come from somewhere else. And then there was trucks that would come from San Diego. Like a steel company from San Diego, I know they did business with. And well, things like steer manure.
Yes.
They had, I think that probably came from Los Angeles. And I was around a lot of that time to help unload and so forth, because you had to physically unload, because you didn't really have dump trucks. And then with the rock business, with the masonry business, they had trips up through the rock quarry up by Carlsbad.
Oh, okay.
And which I was involved in quite a bit. Probably somewhere around 1950.
Okay.
Because my two brothers were away during World War II, and they came back and started working in the store, and they did a lot of the work in the store, and then
Eden Gardens, Tony's, they did the floor, the tile floor.
Still there, still in
Yes,
place.
and is the kitchen or
The whole place.
The whole place.
It has the tile that my dad and George.
Wow.
because they were associated with Tony's Hakam, basically from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think George was probably good friends with, somebody related in that family. Fairly well-known people, actors and actresses that did business with him. But
They had their second homes down here, like Will Gear. Came in our store. He lived in Solana Beach on Sierra, I think.
On Sierra.
Yeah.
Jimmy Durante was around in the area. I don't know how much, I met Jimmy Durante, but I don't know how much business he actually did in the store, but I do know that Bing Crosby was involved in the store.
In the store.
I remember making deliveries with my brothers to Bing Crosby's ranch.
Wow.
And as a kid, when I was 6, 7 years old, and I still remember even at a later point. And Liz Ramirez and Lucille Ball were around in this area during the summer also.
Yes, they were.
and there were a couple others, I don't remember the names right now.